Hi there, welcome to the video series of Outlook calendar integration using Microsoft Graph API. In this video, we are going to see how to create event in Outlook calendar. In the last video, we have seen how to refresh the access token using refresh token. If you haven't watched that video yet, the link is in the description, please go and check out. For this video, we will walk through the API documentation, then jump into the code. So before we get started, I would like to request you to watch the video completely to have better understanding. So let's get started. So the permission required to create event in Outlook calendar is calendars.readWrite. Whether we are creating an application for a single user or for an organization, we will be having the same permission. For single user application, we will be using the delegate permissions, in which we will be having the permission of calendars.readWrite. If an application is for organization level, then we have to use the application permission, and the permission will be calendars.readWrite. So for this video series, we will be creating application in the me context. It means whoever has signed in or granted the consent, in their calendar only we will be creating the event. So to create an event, we have to make the post request to the event API endpoint. And in the request header, we have to pass the following: authorization, whose value will be bearer, and access token separated with the space. And second one will be the content type, whose value will be application/JSON. So in the request body, we have to supply JSON representation of the event. So let's see the model of event now. So event has the following properties, in which we needed the body, the end time, the start time, and the subject to create the simplest event. So the start and end time is again a complex object of date time time zone. So here it is having the date time and the time zone. So the time zone can have the possible values which are given below here. So these are the time zone which we can use. For this video series, I am using Asia/Kolkata. So after making the request, once the request is successful, we will be getting 201, that is created as the status code in the response, and in the response content we will be getting the event object. So this is the simple object which we can pass. Subject, it is a string. Body, which is a complex model having the following properties like content type, whose possible values are HTML and text, and the content. If you have a HTML content, then you can pass the content type as HTML, and then you can pass the content in the HTML format. So start is a model having the following properties: date time, whose value will be the start date time, and the time zone. End is again a complex model having properties like date time and the time zone. So we will be using these four properties to create an event in the Outlook calendars. So let's jump into the code now. So this is a continuation of the previous video, so please go and check out the previous video to understand the code flow properly. In the home page, I have added a simple form which is having the following properties: subject and body content, start date time, and end date time. In the models, I have added a model called calendar event which is having the following properties: subject, body, which is a complex object having following properties: content type and content, start and end, which is again a complex object having the following properties: date time and time zone. So here we can see in the calendar event model, I am initializing the following properties in the constructor. So in the body, I am initializing the content type as HTML. In the start date time, I am initializing the time zone as Asia/Kolkata. In the end date time, I am again initializing the time zone as Asia/Kolkata. So once we submit this form, it will call create event action in the calendar controller. So let's see the controller now. In the calendar controller, we have one method called create event, which is taking a parameter of type calendar event. So in this method, we are making a post request to the event API endpoint, in which we are passing the following headers: authorization, whose value is bearer, and access token. So this token I am taking from the tokens file, and content type whose value is application/json. And in the request body, I'm passing the calendar event in the JSON string. So once the request is successful, we will be getting created as the status code, and then we are redirecting back to the home page. So let's open the Outlook calendar first to see either the events are created in our calendar or not. So let's open the Outlook, and from the bottom we can see the calendar. So this is our calendar. So let's run our application. Here we are keeping a debugger to debug our code. So let's run. So our application is running now. Since we haven't used our application for long time, so my access token has been expired. So let's refresh the access token first, so that we won't be getting the unauthorized error. So the access token has been refreshed now. So let's create an event, and I'm creating event for 25th February. So 2021 02/25 from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. So let's submit now. So here we came to the create event action. So here we have the model in which the subject is test subject, start time is 25th February 2021 2 p.m. and time zone is Asia/Kolkata. Similarly, end date time is 25th February 2021 3 p.m. and time zone is Asia/Kolkata. And in the body we have the content as test content and the content type is HTML. So let's debug now. So the request is successful and we can see the status code is created. So let's run and let's check our calendar now. So here we have one event created. So we can see it is for 2/25/2021 from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. and this is the title and this is the content. So let's create another for the confirmation, and we will be creating for 26th February now from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So let's create. So let's debug now, and here we got the status code is created. So let's run and check the calendar. So here we have another event created whose title is this is another one, and in the content also this is another one. So this is how the event is created in Outlook calendar using me context. So that is it for the video, guys. In the next video we will see how to get a single event and all event from the Outlook calendar. If you have any doubt, please do let me know in the comment section, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.